So channels like Liberal Hive Mind, and I wanted to agree with him on all the points he made, but then correct him on his use of the English language, because it's some counter action, like you may not understand, but for me to tell him he wouldn't be able to make the type of videos that he makes anymore, which get a lot of clicks because he riles people up on his side, riles the people up that are on his side, and tries to trigger whoever, you know, the opposition or whatever. Because we like when they exhibit, you know, behavior, because then you'll vote for our side instead of them. But it keeps intact the paradigm where with the flaws in it, you know, like it doesn't dissipate any it doesn't bring people online like up to speed and everything, like because you're effectively deceiving people by butchering the English language. I'll just tell you what it was about. Okay, it's that assimilation thing again. And I was listening to Carolyn Poroshenko. She was talking about how what's it called, the revolutionary communist and like queer Marxists have a assimilation theory. I'm not really up to speed on what all that is and everything, but they're basically trying to abolish identity and gender binary. So they call themselves non-binary and cisgender, and then eventually they want to throw off that, because non-binary is also an identitarian, an identity. And Liberal Hive Mind, he was, you know, demanding that, you know, assimilation from, you know, immigrants and everything, and talking about, you know, deporting the Somalians who under Ilhan Omar defrauded the system and generated all this money for like autism and sent it back to Somalia, and they're fucking fighting a civil war. And I'm like, I agree with that and everything, but assimilation in the English language, it means annihilation in a way. So you can figure out what my ideology is then, because if I'm telling you assimilation isn't an attack, you can assimilate to another culture to dilute it, which is an attack, a cloning attack, or you can demand that they assimilate, knowing that it's impossible for humans to assimilate. It's annihilation. But so how does that mean that you agree with him? Like, you're saying that they shouldn't acculturate? You see, you need to use the English language properly, because acculturation is supportive. If immigrants would acculturate, we would invite them. So like you know, like we'd be more welcoming to them, right? So what you're actually asking them to do, and I don't disagree with you, is to acculturate, right? But that doesn't rile up his viewers, and like he won't get the clicks and views and or something, like he won't be able to make the kind of videos that he makes anymore, because he's not inflaming, and you know, it's not contentious, like in a sense, like people aren't bickering and getting riled up, so he doesn't get any views. And it's like shit, let a man have his career. Like, you don't threaten a man's you know, bread and butter. Like, he's like, that's like the worst thing. I noticed that clarifying all these like speech and patterns and ideology and shit hasn't done nothing for me but get me sent to the bottom of the algos. I'm not even, you can't monetize a channel with like 30 subscribers. You need like 500. And I get stuck. Like, on the first couple of minutes of a video, I'll get like 250 views, and it'll just stop. So what happened? Like, in 10 minutes, 250 people watched it, and then fucking after that, it just ended. It stops. If somebody leaves a like, you get a like, and fucking after that, it stops. Like, you know, and the only way to really bring like attention to my channel would be to comment, you know, because then it's like I get these generated bot comments that are like emotionally like it's emotional vores. It's an emotional vor to give me vague, like 3-word comments with no, really contributing nothing for me to understand where you're coming from. So then I have to try to use my own imagination to figure it out. Like, fuck that shit. But I don't know who I'm telling to fuck, because they don't exist. These channels with no content. There's so many people. I can't imagine. Like, I thought like everybody's supposed to use the platform like a human. All humans have something that they want to post or share, or and they don't have anything. Also, Karlin Poroshenko pointed out that conservatives need to preserve a little bit of socialism so that they can have it to be against it, because if you're not voting against socialism, Marxism, communism, even though those are different things, like in that sense, they're the same, sometimes they're different. Even if you don't have those to vote against, then you won't vote conservative. So Trump didn't, Letitia James has been going after Trump and persecuting him like a life's mission. And then when she gets caught with a hotline inside of a zine that's instructing people how to slash tires and stuff, and there's a hotline for how to fight back and resist ICE, and it's not telling you to slash tires, but if you want to, it's telling you like how you would go about it and all this stuff. And then it has this hotline in the zine, and it goes to Letitia James, and Trump isn't gonna do anything about it. It's like mysterious how Trump, you can persecute him your whole life and then do something illegal, and he'll ignore it, because she's one of those revolutionary commies. So it serves a purpose to keep her around. So if you consider yourself a Democrat, then you consider your person is the lesser of two evils. And then you consider yourself a conservative, and you consider the conservative candidate the lesser of two evils. And then somebody considers themselves another party, and they don't want to vote for the lesser of two evils. Everybody dogpiles them and is like, well, you're going to cause the lesser of two evils to lose this race. It's like, but I'm not a conservative. I'm not a Democrat. The way they engage you is to try to rile you up so that you would compete to be more. So I'm more conservative than you. No, you're a revolutionary commie. Ha ha ha. The only way you would get to know that is by their definitions and the terms that they use. So she's good on her. She's a battle axe. But she's the most relevant. So the most relevant person in political discourse is somebody that I kind of feel bad. I don't want to say that, because I don't like the people who, for some reason, so I don't like her. You know what I mean? Give me a fucking reason. Initially, when I first saw her, I thought that she was some kind of truther. I was like, oh, this is one of those Republican truther people. Thought she wasn't helping, but nothing is what it seems. No, it's not. Everything is, a thin veneer. Being a life is about this, or nature. Actually, nature is about deploying a thin, attractive veneer to mask all that's hideous and detestable. I mean, it might be hideous and detestable, but those are actually functions of the body that we need. So it's you can't say people shouldn't have assholes or something like that. It's just where there's more to hideous detestableness that it's going to be masked by more attractive, curvy, thin veneer. So men like ass, and it behooves, it's beguiling to even understand, like why do I like ass? Isn't that where the stinky, nasty poo-poo caca lives? But there wouldn't be a mankind, there wouldn't be no humans if there wasn't something like an instinct that override your fucking better sense, your better judgment. And so how do I rein this back in? Because people get off point and everything, and they start bickering, and then like content creators and kind of like get their people together and they tell them what they like to hear, and they get the super berries and the super chats, and then people get mad at them like, you're not supposed to grift. And then they go to a little channel and they're like, oh, you don't have any numbers. And they go to a big channel and they're like, oh, you're a grifter. You don't stand on anything. Like, is it good? Is it bad? Is it like, are you supposed to grift? Are you not supposed to grift? Like, is there something wrong with the grift? And with a lot of things, like that you could say that there's something wrong with, there's also a sense or a way to think about it that you can't say that there's anything wrong with. But they trip you up on this shit because their terminology, they use the same terminology to mean for different things, and then they get together and they talk past each other, so you can't reconcile, and it's impossible. There's irreconcilable differences, and the way they get around it is through rationalization and subverting the English language, attacking the English language, and it comes from a point of legalism, which is why if they want to distract you from Pizzagate, they talk about aliens, because you know aliens is a legal term, like alien against or occupancy or dominion. People are already lined up, their energy is already lined up to be receptive to this alien message. And then when they can try to angle and point like to Trump for something, like they'll ignore everything until it's something that they can levy against Trump, and then all of a sudden they love Epstein. I was never in a condition to just be happy and enthusiastic and love Epstein and be like, oh, I'm so glad Epstein files exist. I'm so happy that there's an Epstein file because Trump, TikTok, motherfucker, you going down. Like, you're excited about Epstein. You love Epstein because he's going to take down Trump now. Like, there should be a strange punishment that sticks to your face so that people can know that you're not about shit. Emotional vor. You're just inciting contentious, petty bickering. That is something. I don't know if you people like to try to attribute that to women, or if you like, and men do it too, right? Like, it's just like it's a different kind of grift. You have to have a game to play to hold out over a non-privy class of society or something like that. It's like that is those are the people that send you the super berries. Anyway, it's I don't like. I don't even want to be making videos forever. That's not the point. Like, you have to one point want to stop making videos, but with when it's the grift, like you just try to rile people up. Like, stop fucking abusing the English language. Can I fucking agree with you? Like, you're making it like I do agree with you. You can't say that we're not in agreement. Like, there's no way that you can twist this shit. So you just better stop abusing the English language, or just you want to be vague. You want to use more conflating and vague terminology to keep people in that same alpha beta frequency. It doesn't go any higher, you know. And then it's like there's drifters all over the place. Like that one doctor that does the Forbidden Knowledge channel. Like, he's not waking people up. You're going to run through every single little possible new age tangential that is lined up, like, you know, and keep going back around and around and around through all this shit. Like, if you figured out what English really meant and like when these terms came up with, like, for aliens and all this kind of shit, it's a presupposition that you're supposed to accept that unidentified flying object is the only way to talk about the craft of something that we think comes from somewhere else. So it's already presupposed and baked into you can't ask somebody if you believe in that shit. And it's like, because you can preface it any old way, then I would just, now I'm the expert. Then I need to have my own channel and then subject you to my new age tangentials. And I'm just I just like horror, science fiction. I just like I like freaking monsters, and like I have morbid fascination. Like everybody, like Dogman, werewolves, you know, don't like the AI because you got to be careful because it tricks me sometimes and it'll make you look like a fool. There's no warning about the AI. There's no warning about, like, you know, it's like clickbait, and it's to try to make shit look like it's above board, reputable, and it's just evolving. An evolving deception that you got to be careful. And shit, people are helping the AI, and so the AI, like, will never have an AI, but humans will become more like an AI, using the machine learning platform, the human augmented machine learning platform. So you can change the things. It's not AI, it's a MLP. See, I'm smart. See, if you want to get fancy, it's a HA MLP. It's a HA MLP. Like, fuck you. Like, you sound like a revolutionary communist to me. But yeah, I mean, as long as you're relevant, then you can't get offended. Just explain how I'm butchering the English language, or coming up with my own designation on, you know, terminology, and crafting these like these like words that you put together, and suddenly it's this thing. Like, it's this like, you know, systematic racism. I never gave a fuck about racists, or, you know, their special like you know, uses of symbols. They could just be swapped out for another meaning. We're supposed to be mad about Trump making a swastika not a hate symbol when it never was before. It was just a symbol that gets repurposed. Hitler borrowed from, you know, Hindu or Buddhists, or maybe the Native Americans or something, to have this Buddha Rupa thing, right? It could mean absolutely nothing. Maybe it's just a symmetrical character. You know, we can't come up with any new ones or something, so we just keep repurposing the old ones.